Money does not comes from the hard work. It comes from smart work. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm just ready to connect with you before the starting. I am just going to say from my deeply heart and bottom heart before the delivering my speech on this day of the festival. So I would like to say all over the workers. It is the National Labor Day today. It is the first May, and every year of the first May in entire the world is celebrate of the National Labor Day. On this day, this day is celebrated in the entire the world only for laborers, only for workers, those who work, those who survive their life, they run their life by the hard working. We understand by the hard working we can't be a rich, we can't fulfill our more than more of the desire whatever we want to, but with a hard work we have to be smart by the facing many of the problems by the doing hard work, and we come to know about how can we sort out the problems, because all over the companies, all over the as like a farming, yeah, any type of the work is going on only for by the hard working. Then after we come to know about how can we sort out the problem, how can we make it easy, and by the understanding or by the as like a find out the as like a solution, and how can make it easy. A labor can understand the reality this is the very hard work, because there are number of the 80 70 80% people has already depend of the labor, and they runs their life only for hard work. And on this day, every year, there are number of the companies, union leaders, and who top of the leaders. They have already organized a meeting, and after that, they start to giving their speech one by one. What is the importance of a unity? If we work with a unity, if we work in a unity, so we definitely our hard work, our dedication, or our as like a, we can get everything whatever we want to. As like there are number of the people nowadays, they have no much wages of the, they are just working daily wages of the working. They have not a as like a permanent job, they have not a permanent of the work. They have to come and start their work, not only for they depend only day by day. So there are number of the people, those who have already suffered, and nowadays it is seen entire the our country. There are number of the youngest. They have already unemployed. They have become and they have a piece of paper of the degrees. They have already collect many of the degrees, but they can't they can't a great job in a government job, less of the government job in our country, and they have become a unemployment. So it is the huge, it is the great topic of our youngest of our generation, and they are not ready to go to the field to work in a harvesting or in a laborage, and increase day by day of the as like a, industry has already increasing day by day. But in a industry, if I consider about the industry, so there are number of the contractor has already contractor basis. People are ready to do their work only for minor of the wages of the monthly, and they are ready to, because they have nothing to do. They have no any type of the way to survive their life, only for they depend on the contract, and contractor are just making their own rule regulation, and they are not ready to get a responsibility of a labor. They are not giving increasing their amount, their salary, or so. It is a great topic. This festival, we can call the festival of the workers day, we can call the workers day of this day. And every year we celebrate by the gathered in a particular place, and there are number of the union leaders comes from the company, and as like a huge leader, those who knows very well about the how can we make it easy, how can we get a great solution of this type of the problem. So they keep on delivering their speech by the standing in front of the people, and there are number of the labor has already gathered and they listen carefully. But it is the huge subject, it is the huge problem of our country कि every year there are number of the people has already be unemployed, and they can't get achieve a great job according their qualification, according their talent, according their hard work, but less of the government job. Everyone wants to settle in their life to do some of the hard work, but hard work, yeah, money does not comes from the hard work. It comes from the smart work. So first, we don't need to think about the smart work, because smart work automatically comes by the hard working. So first we have to face many of the hard working in our life. By the hard work we have to face many of the challenges, then after we can figure out the great solution of this problem. So I'm just suggesting, put my point of view, because it is the first May has already started today in the morning time, and after that everyone has already, I saw through the group everyone has already celebrated by the sending of the message by the stickers it is the unity of the labor. So it is my thinking mostly people has already depend of the laborers and workers. So it is my suggestion कि when we do some of the something with a unity, as like a cricket team has a 11 players are just playing but bonding to each other of the similarly, everyone has already desired कि we will win by hook by crook on this match. So everyone has already do act according according their head, according their captain of the strategy, and put their experience of their ideas, and after that with the unity they can win very easily. So similarly, if we start doing, we start make a great rule and powerful rule and follow the all or the rule regulation, then after automatically I think our yeah, a labor can increase their salary, and after that they fulfill their desire and run their life very easily, and they also live their life comfortably and luxurious life. But it is the India in our country. If I especially discuss about our country, so there are 80% people has already depend on the labor, and nowadays they have already ready to do work in a companies, in a factories, in farming, in a as like a constructors. So there are number of the people are ready to do as like a labor. So it is a great issue for our country, but we have to sort out the problem, sit together, and by the discussing. So by the folded hand, again I would like to say very congratulations, and keep on celebrating this festival, this day every year with a great enthusiasm and pleasure. Thank you.